Hey there, here's my review of the Damson S series, the Dolby Atmos home cinema system, which is 5.12. It's also got 4K pass-through. So I bought this last July. I bought it for my home cinema setup that I was having built at the time. I had two go-tos when choosing what surround sound I wanted. One of which was I wanted to go with Dolby Atmos, and the other one was I wanted it to be as wireless as possible because the room that the cinema has been built into, I didn't want wires trailing everywhere. So these were two things that I went to look for, and after a search, I came across the Damson S series, which, while I'm not a tech guy, I thought it looked brilliant. But the main thing about it was that it was kind of a plug and play, which is great for someone that doesn't really want to spend hours trying to set up a system. It's really nice to be able to just plug it in and everything works out of the box. So if I just kind of talk a little bit about the system, and then obviously I'll put some sound through it. So it consists of the soundbar, which I've got on a sliding table because the Dolby Atmos console that attaches to the S-bar has to bounce off the ceiling. So, to be able to have that happen, it's nice to have a pull-out slidey table for it to be on. So that works really nicely. The subwoofer down the bottom, where you plug everything into. So on the back of it, there are two HDMIs in and one HDMI out. So I've got my projector plugged into the HDMI out, and then in the HDMI 1, I have my Amazon Fire Stick, and in HDMI 2, I have the Blu-ray player. It's really, really nice, really easy to set up. So once the projector's on and the Blu-ray player's on, and you turn the sound on with the Damson remote, it clicks everything into life. So you've got the satellite speakers, which are small kind of surround sound speakers, which are essentially the wireless part of the system. I have mine plugged in for constant power, but you don't need to because they will work off of a charge. But the thing that's really nice about them is you just turn it on and they all click into life and they all talk to each other, and you can just play the film out of the Blu-ray box. You can stick it in and it plays, and you've got that lovely surround sound going on. And if you've got a Dolby Atmos enabled film or a Dolby Vision, Dolby Digital as well, obviously, this system just accommodates for all of that. It's really, really nice. I guess the big thing for me though with the whole system is, yes, the sound's great, yes, it's lovely in the space that I've got, but the company themselves, Damson, are an absolute joy to deal with. They're based in York in England, and I had a kind of couple of why is this happening. I just dropped them an email. They got back to me straight away and gave me so much information that was so helpful to get the best out of the system. I then found, because obviously I'd bought it back in July, I found that they'd made an update on the system to boost the bass. So I dropped them an email just asking, was this a new system? And they said, no, just send us your system and we'll update it. 3-day turnaround, and it was back. I've added to the Damson S series 2 extra S cubes, which are the kind of the satellite speakers, and that just gives me extra sound from behind. I've got the other two just to the side of where my sofa is, and it it adds more sound, lovely rich surround sound to whatever I'm playing. That's pretty much it. I would wholeheartedly recommend the system for anyone that just wants to add something decent to their setup, that doesn't have loads of trailing wires, that is a plug and play, that does everything that that you would want a surround sound system to do, and to have a company that actually, after the fact, after you've given them the money, they still want to help you out. They still want to make sure that you are getting the best out of their system. So support Damson, buy the S series, listen to the sound. It is amazing. It will brighten up your day. Thanks for watching. You can tell it's Dolby Atmos enabled because the flashing light on the subwoofer shows you that it's picking up Dolby Atmos enabled sound. Obviously this is Mad Max Fury Road, and the sound on it is amazing in Dolby Atmos. Makes the film even better than it already was. So yeah, buy your Damson S series right now. You won't be disappointed. If anyone moans about the bass, it's probably because it from before the October update. It's so much nicer than I could ever have imagined. I'm so pleased I bought it. It really is the centerpiece of my home cinema setup, and yeah, I'm really pleased. So yeah, check them out. Damson Global. You can also buy it on Amazon, but I think at the moment it's probably cheaper to buy from the company themselves, and they know that you're buying it, and you can become friends for life. Thank you.